If we can avoid one fisherman from getting sick, then we did our job. Now, I'm vice president of the Louisiana Shrimpboat Association.
Right.
So, and I do represent all these fishermen, and they look to me for answers. And if I can't give them none, then how am I going to give them direction?
What do you think of the training that's been given here? Is that
I think it's
answer people's questions?
Sure, yes. The main thing is that when they get in the stall, we want to make sure that they are protected. They have the adequate equipment to do the job.
Yep.
Now, if you get out here without a breathing apparatus, and they strictly tell you in the training that we had that directly in it, you need to use respirators, and then with correction, we have a problem with them spraying this, even in anywhere around our fishermen. If they're going to do this, and we don't want them to do it, I'm going to tell you, we're totally against it. But if they're going to do this, they need to move our fishermen clean out the way and do what they have to do, and then let us back in.
Okay.
But don't do it anywhere around any of these vessels.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was that spraying the dispersants?
Correct.
Have vessels been getting into it?
Yes, sir. We have vessels out there with the burn unit. We have vessels 3 miles out. We have vessels from 3 miles inshore. So, you know, the 3 miles out, the federal, they spraying. There's no doubt. There's no doubt in all of our minds that they have been spraying.
Right.
So I hear you saying that you're getting taught something in training that you need to use these respirators, but then the respirators aren't available for you.
Correct. We take hazmat training, and it tells you right off the bat that you have to have breathing apparatus when you start dealing with this.
The 4-hour training is telling you have to have breathing apparatus?
Sure.
I think so, but yeah.
And that's an issue for us. You know, if we can save one life of these fishermen, I don't want none of my fishermen to get sick. Zero. Because I have a lot of my friends out there, my son's out there, my father's out here. Look, I don't care what we have to do. An ounce of prevention is a ton of, you know what I mean? We just don't want nobody to get sick in this.
Yep.
Mr. Acy, which training session did you go to?
The hazmat training.
Which one? Was it?
Do you remember where?
Yeah.
And do you remember the instructor's name?
Yep, Roy Robichaud.
Roy Robichaud, the fire chief.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Was Jimmy Keene the other instructor?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
That's that first.
And like, how many people were in that class? Like,
we had 2,000 people.
I'll fill you in on all
Okay.
that.
that was training.
But that's why I wanted to.
Let me ask you about what's the mental health like out there? Are people getting stressed out who are offshore?
No, they just stressed out because of what's happening. Everybody on shore is even stressed out. You know, the stress level around here is very high. And then when you get the fishermen out there working, and then they're away from their families, and then this few people got sick and doesn't return to the hospital. Now they move to a different level. Now that stress is even more.
Yeah.
Even more so.
But
What would help with that, do you think? I mean, are there things we could do that would help mediate some of the stress?
I tell you what, I can get with them and I can get back with you. Let me talk to them and then let them give me the insight, and then I can get back with y'all and let you know exactly.
No, do you know we just set up a federal government clinic here?
Oh, yeah, right.
That's here for the community. And
well,
I think
not for the community yet.
Well, okay, for the response. And so we'd like to figure out how that could be helpful to you.
I can get all the input from them, and whatever they tell me, I can relay back to you, because I represent a lot of these fishermen out here, and they come to me for guidance sometimes, and a lot of times when I don't have guidance, what can I tell them? You know?
Well, it'd be great if you will go to them specifically about this stress issue and say, what are your stresses? What's stressing you out the most? Is there anything that we could provide to you that would help mediate some of that stress? If so, what is it? Anything. I mean, you just brainstorm and send us whatever.
I'll put it together and I will get it to you.
And on the respirator issue, I mean, do you feel like your people would be willing to actually wear respirators? Because what we would face is we'd have to have a medical surveillance, check on their health. We'd have to have a little bit of training on how to do it. Right. But, it would be a big deal, but
it'd be in their best interest to do so.
You'd have to shave this if you had.
Oh man! Wait, this is BP. He's from BP. We're from the government, okay?
All right.
I think you can keep your.
No, you can't. You gotta shave it.
He's got a half face.
Can you say this again?
No.
But look, they don't have to wear it all the time, but when they actually get in the oil, when they actually get in it and they start working, that may. I think all of them want to save their
Is that most? Is it really the folks that are doing the in situ burns and the deep water skimming?
No, some of these other guys are on 3 miles an hour.
Okay.
We don't have. Some of our boats are not equipped to go past 3 miles.
Right. Okay.
Now, when all gets within 3 miles, yes,
it's the skimmers that are beyond 3 miles.
Correct.
And the controlled burn.
Correct. And the inshore too, 3 miles and in. Eventually, when all comes in past the 3 miles, and they start dealing directly with this stuff, they may be on. Protect them also.
Can I get your phone number, Acy?
Sure.
And is it ACY? Is that right?
ACY.
Yeah. ACY.
Cooper?
Yeah, that's me.
Junior?
Right.
Okay.
504-912-1111. 0150. And then I'm gonna give you my home phone. 534.
You got it too. You got it too.
534 1447.
Can I ask you something else, a really unrelated question, but related? All y'all have cell phones out here?
Sure.
How
Does
likely
it work
would
on the
be-
boats?
Everybody.
Really?
Work on the boats?
On the boats too?
Yeah.
Where they're at.
Yeah.
Because you're not beyond 3
Not-
miles, right?
Right. Once they pass 3 miles in certain areas, they won't be able to have reception. But we do have.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
One of the things we're trying to figure out is how can we have better surveillance of what the day-to-day health
I can give
concerns
you
are?
a couple. I tell you, the team leaders of each one of them. I know pretty much
Yeah.
all of them. I can give it them, and you can relay to them, and they can relay back to you. Like
Well,
that.
here's the question though. You think how likely would it be if when you're coming in off the boats that people would take the time to just send a text message to report their health
Or if
status?
somebody was there to just say,
I tell you, some of them, all of them, don't do taxes because
Don't.
They don't.
yeah, but
Nextel more?
right, yeah.
Talk.
The
But
two-way.
everybody next tells.
Yep.
Sure.
Yep.
So if we set something up that would be for your, I mean, the purpose would be that we could monitor you. So if on down the road you start
Right.
having health problems, that we have a record of
Right.
what happened to you day to day. Was that something you think people would
Possibly, we
be
all
willing
put
to
in a ledger,
fill out a
let them
form or
fill out a
something.
ledger
Yeah.
every day. That'd probably
Some
be the
would
best
and some
way.
wouldn't, probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
Some-
We can-
some-
But even if we got some, that'd
Yeah.
be
if you
better
get
than
some,
nothing.
if you get the majority of them, then you can have some sense of what's happening. You
If
get
we could
direction.
find the leadership, of the various associations and group, the various groups that are out here, the fishermen, and try to work with them in the groups about the importance of doing it. And
Correct.
Well, and to tell them, I mean, the
Stuff.
purpose would be not necessarily really for us, but to say, along down the road, if you have health concerns,
We'll
we got to
know
have
what
some way to
happened.
know.
Yeah,
are
we knew
these
you were
health
here.
concerns
We knew what you
related
did
to
at the time.
What you've done here.
And that's a
or-
good thing. I'm 100% for that. That's no problem.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
no problem.
Okay.
And the main thing I'm concerned is, and they all would tell you the same thing. Is after right now, where they're not in the hall and they're moving around looking for it, that's not an issue. It's not an issue for anybody. The issue is going to be once it
Get
comes
into
in.
it.
See what I'm gonna tell you. What happened is right now our river's high, and we're afraid when the river goes down, then we have saltwater intrusion. Then once that river goes down, it's going to suck it all in.
Yeah.
It's going to come in. We got to push right now with the Tennessee flood and all this water's coming down our river. And it's at a peak right now. Eventually, this peak is going to go down, and we're not going to have the push.
Yeah.
And that's what's pushing it around the end of the river right now.
Right.
Yeah.
So once this stops, and it's going to be, the peak is there now, and it's fixing to go down. So within 3 to 4 weeks, the river's going to be down far enough to where we're going to have saltwater intrusion.
have you been talking to guys that have been out there in the oil?
Yes, sir.
Some of the folks been complaining about.
Well,
they
I got a
sick
couple
out
of them
there?
that's out there now. He went took a blood test just to be safe on the burn unit, and just to be safe. Because he's gonna be in the chemical, and that's how he was
Where
finding.
did he go for a blood test?
His own physician in Homer. He lives in Homer. This guy.
Homa?
Yeah, and he breathes it. That's how he was finding it. First, when I first started the burn program, that's how he was finding it. He was going around smelling it, and that's how the best of the burn. He's telling me the
Right.
smell and the burning of the eyes.
What boat is he on? Gulf Rambler?
His name is Ronnie Anderson. I don't know exactly the name of the boat, but he is a board member of Louisiana Shrimp. He does
Right.
he does work with us.
Is there a lot of guys that are complaining about it as far as when they're
A
out
few
there?
of them. He went out there and talked to all of them. He said he brought the toxicity levels of this chemical to the big man up there, and they kind of like blew him off. But
Yeah, 'cause they don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, because you see, look, we everything in this Gulf, that's what we live off. We
Right.
make our living off of, and we're afraid that we're gonna poison our Gulf. And
Lost.
what are we gonna have? The oil is one thing, but when you start adding this stuff to it, it's a whole different ball game now. And look, our shrimp and our fish, they all bottom feeders. Our crabs, they all bottom feeders. If you sink this all,
I'm sorry.
they all eat on the bottom.
Can I ask
So we're
y'all
gonna have a big
question?
issue
So
in the future.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. We're gonna have a little.
I can fire me.
No.